Greetings. This is Sports News Stream, and I'm your host, Vernon Miller. And today, we're going to be talking about Anthony Joshua versus Jarrell Miller, the big heavyweight title bout on June 1st at Madison Square Garden. Definitely a big deal, so we're going to get right into it. What was the press conference yesterday with Anthony Joshua and Big Baby in New York? And to say the very least, it was entertaining. It was definitely below the belt. It was definitely a lot of low blows going on. It pretty much looked like they were going to come to blows just about from the very beginning. They stood face to face, the traditional face off, and Big Baby pushed Anthony Joshua immediately. Thank God one of the security guards, I guess they for the venue, was there, because if he wasn't there to catch Anthony Joshua, my man may have flew clear off the stage. Jarrell Miller is definitely a big guy. I think he's listed at 6'4", close to 300. Somewhere around there. And big guy. And I must admit, Anthony Joshua definitely kept his composure through that situation. There was definitely some verbal assaults going on. Jarrell Miller started by insulting Anthony Joshua's mother. And Anthony Joshua definitely responded to those insults by insulting Big Baby's mom, who just so happened to be in the audience, blowing kisses and at her and everything of that nature. I think sometimes, when you start talking about that stuff, when you start going there, that's when you may have to. That can go somewhere else. That can definitely go somewhere else. You get it. They got to hype the fight up. I get it. They got to, fill up the seats, and they got to, put some things together to make individuals go ahead and say, hey, I'm going to go ahead to attend this fight. But, at some point, you got to draw the line. Well, with that being said, it's definitely going to be a good fight. Two big, strong, young individuals that's going to definitely bring the heat to each other. I think this is a big deal for both individuals. When you start to really think about it, Anthony Joshua is his first fight in the United States. He's planning on putting or making his imprint on the United States, and what better place to do it, what better venue to do it than Madison Square Garden. Formidable opponent. I believe Anthony Joshua's 20-0, somewhere around there, 21-0, 20 knockouts. So he's definitely got the power. Big Baby, I think, is 22-0. Close to about 21 or some odd knockouts. So they're definitely guys that know how to put you away. And, I think this is a good fight for Anthony Joshua. It's a good test for him. He wasn't able, according to him and his camp, they weren't able to get Fury or Wilder. They offered them a certain amount of money, and according to Anthony Joshua and his team, both fighters turned those purses down. So he felt that, or him and his team felt that Baby was the next and most legitimate challenger out there. And hey, hats off to him. On the other hand, I think Big Baby, he had to take this opportunity as it came. This is a big, big, big opportunity for him when you look at it. In my opinion, it may be even a little, a little too early for him. I think he may need a couple of more fights to get ready for that level. I mean, I don't know if because when you sit back and you really think about it, who has Big Baby even fought to get to this level? I mean, again, I understand he has to take this opportunity because it has presented itself to him, and he may never ever get, he may not get another chance. So I get it. He has to take this opportunity. It reminds me almost of the Canelo Alvarez Floyd Mayweather situation where Canelo had to take this opportunity because, this opportunity may not have presented itself again to him. So I get it. I understand. So with that being said, it's definitely going to be a very entertaining fight. When I sit down and think about, any type of prediction or anything of that nature, you have to sit there and say to yourself, well, if you're weighing both situation, both individuals, Anthony Joshua's obviously he's strong as an ox. He's big. He's 6'5", 6'6". He's big. He's strong. He could definitely hit with either hand. There may be a conditioning issue. I think he's gotten some experience under his belt where he's become a better boxer. And if he's trying to beat Big Baby, that's what he's going to have to do. He's going to have to try to take Big Baby into the later rounds, and that would test his conditioning. On the other hand, Big Baby's a very athletic fighter. He's definitely got the moves. He's agile. He's strong. He can knock you out with either hand. And that's going to be a good test for Anthony Joshua because if I'm Big Baby, I'm bringing on the press early. I'm going to test his chin early. If I'm Anthony Joshua, I'm going to take him into the deep waters into the later rounds and see if he can hang with the championship rounds, 8, 9, 10, into those rounds and to see where his conditioning is at. But nonetheless, I think it's going to be a very entertaining fight. My prediction, I think Anthony Joshua, I think he takes it. I think he stops Jarrell Miller in the later rounds and retains his title. So with that being said, definitely appreciate everyone for coming out and checking us out and listening. Please subscribe and push that like button. And on to the next one. Sports News Stream. Thank you.